What is up, Earthnoids and Space Noids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are returning to the prequel to Unicorn, Ben Dessinee. Last time, Monahan and the Republic of Xeon seemed to be the people behind Full Frontal's existence. But even so, he came out of nowhere. Minerva doesn't want him to go through with his plan to steal Sinanju Stein, but it seems he is doing it with or without the princess on his side. This time, the mission will begin. The Unkai will allow Neo Xeon to go through with their mission, but Carlos and his team are ready to prevent it from happening. We also learn about Angelo's backstory. So let's get into this. Angelo and his wingmen are taking out Jagan D-types, when suddenly a red Jagan comes in. It takes out his wingman. A swarm of Jagans come in and take out Angelo. He wakes up. It was all a dream. His bunkmates wake up as well. They all seem to experience what Angelo is experiencing since the loss of their comrade. He goes to the dining hall to get some water and breaks down crying while holding a rose. He thinks of his mother. He goes to the hangar to see Full Frontal working. He tells Angelo that he is doing systems checks to ensure victory. Angelo notes that he doesn't even look back when talking to him. Angelo wants Full Frontal to teach him his skills, but he suggests that he get some rest and focus on the mission. He finally looks back and wonders what the rose is all about. Angelo tells him that his mother really loved roses. A purple rose stands for pride, dignity, elegance, and respect. We flash back to the past where young Angelo hides in the closet while EFF soldiers rape his mother. I don't want to be in this flashback. Someone get me out of here. He is grateful to Full Frontal for giving a person like him an opportunity to partake in the mission, but he notes that no one knows about this second coming of Shar. He is an illusion. Angelo says that he will follow orders, but he has no intention of giving his life for an illusion. Full Frontal tells him what he told Banana, that he is just a vessel. He never claimed to be Shar Aznable. Shar is a defeated man, and most importantly, a dead one. He takes off his mask. Angelo sees that he looks like Shar, however. As for his question of being a great leader, well, hopefully this upcoming mission will prove him worthy. He looks forward to their future endeavors together and has high expectations for Angelo. Angelo realizes that his trembling has stopped. In the city of Globe on Side 3, similar to Merida Cruz, Angelo was child trafficked and was forced into prostitution. A man comes to visit him. He wonders who he is. In the present, Angelo suits up for the mission. Back on the Klopp-class ship, the Unkai, Winston meets with Carlos and his team who snuck on board the ship. He notes that there are two large containers on the ship, which most likely has mobile suits in them. The Anaheim Electronics technicians on board are hyper-vigilant. Everyone on the ship is on high alert. They were able to doctor the manifest, but if they start getting suspicious and investigate, it is only a matter of time until they are exposed. Carlos and the team wonder if they should plan on shooting down Neo Xeon one by one, but when the time comes, Winston will try to convince the Raudells and the Unkai crew and see if they can join their cause. The rest will be left up to Winston. He is going to deceive his team and knock them out and put them in escape pods. He doesn't want them to get involved for his burdens. After riling up the team, Winston tells Carlos not to forget his promise. He tries to get Carlos to talk, but he is a little short. Winston notices the cross that he wears. He wonders why he didn't go through the media or some other channel. He has connections within EFF and could get his story out there without resorting to what they are about to do. He says that EFF has its way of compartmentalizing everything, and that they would just say it's a conspiracy or some gray zone and simply write it off. Time would eventually pass and nothing would get done. It doesn't matter how much physical evidence they have. The case will be chewed up slowly until nothing is left. Winston can't believe that EFF would stoop so low. They would do whatever is necessary to cover it up, and it doesn't seem to be malice or hate. It is simply the scale at which EFF operates, making it the easiest and most efficient option. If this is the case, they most certainly should destroy the containers. Winston wonders what Carlos plans on doing after all this is over. It doesn't seem like he plans on making it out alive. Winston says that he isn't going to help him if that were the case. He pulls out his cross. He too is a man of faith. He tells him that God is testing him in this moment and he has to push through the pain. However, he isn't going to help him with suicide. It is a sin. He will, though, fight by his side if he chooses to live on. He says if he has nowhere to go, he can help him rent a room in his hometown when all this is done, but Carlos has to buy the beers. Full Frontal and his team head out in the Ray Lula. Merida, Minerva, and Zinnerman watch on. He gives his men a pep talk before the mission. Angelo is very determined. June 15th, UC-0094. Angelo launches in the Doga Heavy Arm type. The AMS-119 Doga Heavy Arm type is a heavy variant of the Doga. It has a new backpack and 2 giant propellant tanks. Its main addition is the 200mm Lang Bruno gun. This is mounted on its backpack, which can rotate in and out when ready for use. Even when the sleeves upgrade to the Geara Zulu, this variant will still serve a purpose. Other weapons include a beam weapon, which can function as a beam sword, pick, or axe. It also has a beam machine gun, a shield mounted on the forearm, and a mega beam cannon. Some Xeon remnants are helping in the operation with some older mobile suits. The commander doesn't like the young Royal Guard. On the Unkai, an Anaheim Electronics mechanic is walking through the ship when Carlos chokes him out. He takes his laptop and cracks into it. He realizes what SS is. He can't believe they are giving this to Neo Xeon. They are almost at their target. Angelo and the Royal Guard are to go around the Raudels and restrain any defending mobile suit teams. The Xeon Remnant's commander and captain will head to the Unkai and find the mobile suits. It is important that they don't shoot down the ship. Angelo is butting heads with the Xeon Remnant commander. They will protect full frontal, but the Royal Guard wants to handle that duty. The commander says the only reason they are around is to save face and that they aren't needed. Angelo finds old war dogs quite odd. One thing is for sure, everyone is excited to see full frontal in action. They wonder if the captain is truly the second coming. Angelo says that he is a man of the Space Noids. He is fighting to restore Xeon, and if he isn't, he will kill full frontal himself. 3 minutes until contact. On the Unkai, Carlos shows Winston and the others the data on the mobile suit that he uncovered, the Sinanju Stein. They realize the power of this mobile suit. It can't fall into the hands of Neo Xeon. It shouldn't be in the hands of anyone. The crew chief walks in to the men looking very suspicious. He informs Winston that he wants them to rerun system checks on the Ds. Remember, they sent false information that a virus got uploaded. If they are running checks, that means the plan has begun. The captain of the Unkai goes to Red Alert and informs the Raudels. The Raudels seems to be unaware of the situation, while the Unkai crew seems to be in on it. The Jagans are inoperable while reformatting their OS. The sleeves approach the Unkai. The Unkai Jagans are down, but the Raudels launches their mobile suits. 2 forces engage in battle. The sleeves are being attacked from all directions. The Xeon Remnant commander tells Angelo not to push too far. The Raudels captain tells the mobile suit forces to move in between the ships to support both ships with their mobile suits. Winston and his team are on standby in the Jagans while the mechanics reformat the mobile suits. Of course, these checks are not needed. Carlos is nervous. He is an intelligence officer, so he only had mobile suit simulator training and no real-world experience. Winston's team launches. The chief wonders how they were able to do that. The Unkai bridge notices that they are launching without any orders. They try to stop his team. The crewmen try to stop them from launching as well. This guy is bold and thinks he could stop a mobile suit with his flesh and bones. Winston opens the hatch. Better hang on to something. He and the Dakota team launches. The Unkai commander, Gary Gansel, is furious. The Raudels crew notices that the Unkai mobile suit crew was able to launch. They shouldn't have been able to do that. Now that Winston's team is there, Neo Xeon begins losing their edge, as EFF wasn't taking the fight seriously. The Xeon remnants realize that EFF is going off book. Carlos sends out a message to everyone. He tells them that he is from the CIA and that both crews need to start fighting back. He tells them that this is a conspiracy between the top brass of EFF and Anaheim Electronics. He lets them know that the bridge crew doesn't care about the rest of them and that the crew members should move forward with caution. Commander Gary opens up a line of communication and instantly denounces Carlos and says that this is false information. It's just as Carlos said. All mobile suits must return on his order. All the crew members wonder who is telling the truth. Winston then contacts his comrades and tells them that they could trust Carlos. There are experimental mobile suits that are to be given to Neo Xeon. This can't happen. The turret team seems to be the first to join Winston's side. The hangar mechanics also get some guns. When Winston returns to the ship, they are going to need defenses. The anti-ship turrets begin taking out Dogas left and right. The Raudels captain thought it was weird that there was no Minovsky particle dispersion. They plan on flanking the remaining Xeon mobile suits. After that, they will arrest the entire Unkai bridge crew. Angelo and the Royal Guard team watch as the Xeon remnants get destroyed. He laughs on the inside about the cocky Xeon remnant commander losing after talking a big game, but they must help their comrades in need. Angelo's team moves in. And that will do it for this episode. The plan to hand over the mobile suits to Xeon is starting to fall apart. Never underestimate a soldier who lost a loved one. Next time, we will conclude Bande. Full Frontal will steal Sinanju's style, and Angelo will become a true believer of the Second Coming. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember that suicide is a sin and doesn't replace character development. Peace.